Hello, everyone. It's Phil Lee returning with another episode of Civil War Chat. Today is Tuesday, the 14th of December, 2021. We're approaching the end of the year. Today's talk is I See What You See. But first, let me encourage you to click on the subscribe button here in the lower right to subscribe to my channel, and then also to be notified when new episodes are released. Click on the notification bell in the far upper right. Okay. I see what you see. Confederate heritage defenders see the truth. Statue destruction is not about a racial reckoning promoted by justice-seeking blacks and their awakened white allies among the social elite. It's really all about Southern cultural genocide. Consider the vote by Charlottesville, Virginia's city commissioners recently to donate an equestrian bronze statue of Robert E. Lee to a black group that will melt it down to create a new, quote, racial reckoning sculpture. By giving the statue away, the city is probably forfeiting over $1 million that it could have received by putting the statue up for auction. A similar statue in Dallas, for example, was sold for $1.4 million. By forfeiting such funds, the commissioners are deliberately trying to anger anyone who wishes to honor the memory of General Lee. But they think we don't see that. And foregoing the auction opportunity is merely another form of looting, like the looting of the 2020 summer, or the flash looting more recently on the upscale retailers on the West Coast. Given the civic responsibilities of the commissioners, their form of looting is even more immoral than the looting I saw going from store to store on Chicago's Michigan Avenue in the summer of 2020. Charlottesville's commissioners are a part of the awakened elite. They are each the heroes of their own movie that's playing in their heads. The dominance of identity victimhood has given them enough power to arrogantly believe the public cannot see the truth, but we can, and we do. Jussie Smollet exemplifies that same arrogance. He felt he could use identity victimology to get away with lying about a 2 or 3 year old hoax of being attacked by white racists in Chicago, which he called, ironically and fantastically, Maga Country. In his movie, the one that plays in his head, he is forever the victim. Even after being convicted of 5 felonies, he believes that racial reckoning and identity politics will enable him to put together an acting performance before another judge or jury that will fool everybody. Instead, the jury that he just finished with saw the reality that he denies. Similarly, the white history professors and authors who originally suggested that artistic Confederate statues like those in Richmond, and those of Lee in Richmond and Charlottesville, might remain standing, but augmented with so-called contextual plaques. And those authors and historians have failed to object to the melting down of Lee's Charlottesville statue. Even though their hypocrisy is disclosed by this conduct, they don't think we can see it. In fact, they think if their hypocrisy and lying is not printed in the Washington Post or the New York Times, nobody who matters will see it, but we do see it. And the Smollet jury shows that we, the public, may well matter. When Washington and Lee University removes the general's name from Lee Chapel, which was built under his direction, and silences free speech within the student body, free speech to anyone objecting to identity politics and similar philosophies or ideologies. But when Washington and Lee does that, they don't think the alumni can see that the goal is to strip out the Lee name completely from the university. They don't think that the alumni see that, but the graduates do indeed see that goal. Similarly, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam doesn't think that the voters can see his attack on VMI traditions is designed to cover up his racist costumes at a medical school frat party. But they can, the voters can. And like Smollet, the deluded Northam needs a mirror. Virginia's November vote, replacing Northam with a Republican governor, signifies that identity victimhood is increasingly recognized by the public as phony, completely phony. I see what you see, and we see the truth. The good news is that Smollet's conviction shows that ordinary citizens are not being fooled. That's my message for today. I would like to encourage you. The Causes of the Civil War by Philip Lee. It's $22 at Amazon, $25 if you want an autographed copy from me. But just email me, Phil, P-H-I-L _Lee, L-E-I-G-H at me.com. Contact me about getting an autographed copy for $25. Now, in addition to that, I want to point out, I have neglected to point out in the past that at Amazon, we have an audio version of this so that you can buy the audio version and listen to it in your car without having to read, or listen to it wherever you can, you're able to play it. So I want to encourage you to do that. Now, one of the important things about this book is it explains the causes of the Civil War from both a Northern and Southern perspective. And what's missing almost entirely from most history books on the Civil War is the reasons the North went to war. And the reason for that is that those reasons are not very flattering. The victors typically write the history, and that's a part of the history they don't want to write, so it doesn't get written. That censorship of the reasons why the North went to war has only increased over the last 30 or 40 years, starting, I would say, with the book Battle Cry of Freedom by James McPherson, which came out, I think, in 89, maybe 87. But if you want to help defend Confederate memorials, then it's a good idea to get this book in either the Kindle, printed, or audio form, so that you'll have the facts to defend those memorials when they just typically describe the Confederates as essentially evil people. You'll have the ammunition and the weapons to fight back. You'll have the truth. I've just finished a talk here about how you do see the truth when it's in front of you. And all I want to do is help put it in front of you, because the purpose here is to help save Confederate memorials. To do that, you need information to defend them. And that's what this book will do for you. Okay, that's our show for today, and thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another show.